Hey there, welcome. I'm Charlotte Smith of 3 Cow Marketing and the Profitable Mindset podcast, which is why I'm jumping in here today to talk about an episode I did on how to use farm events to attract new customers and to build customer loyalty. So, click on the link to listen to the full episode. It's right below this video or above it, however it sets up for you. It's episode number 7 on the podcast, How to Use Farm Events to Attract New Customers and Profit. It's also wherever you listen to podcasts. But here's why I highly recommend events. It is something that has it helped us become profitable from very early on in our business 10 years ago. And you may have heard me quote the statistics that 300 farmers go out of business every week in America, and you have 80% chance of being out of business within 2 years. So it's really, really imperative that you work to get profitable those first couple years. Work really hard doing what you can do. Farm events were hugely helpful for us in doing this. And here's why. I know that if I meet someone in person, they are far more likely to become a buying loyal customer faster than any other way I could meet them, online or message or email, social media, Facebook, Instagram. There is a big separation when there's you here and then you're sending an email to a customer or potential customer, or they see a social media post. When they meet me in person, guaranteed they're going to become a customer, almost guaranteed. And this proves true for all. I teach several hundred farmers each year in my paid marketing class. Proves true for them too. They learn that when their magic sauce is when they meet people in person, they become a loyal paying customer. Farm events are a great way to meet people in person because it gives them an excuse to come to the farm. All right. And that's what we want. Or maybe it's your market booth. It doesn't even have to be your farm. That's the beauty of it. And then I want to share with you that there is a free handout of notes from this episode that I would love for you to get your hands on. That is at 3cowmarketing.com/events. So be sure to get the checklist for event planning. It's going to have lots of details on there too, like, for instance, do you need insurance? What kind of insurance? It's going to have a checklist of all these things that you might not have considered you need, so you can be really prepared. Also has a list of all the classes I've given since our farm started 10 years ago, classes and events like tours and other ideas depending on the type of farm you have, maybe because we sell meat and eggs and dairy, maybe your flowers and vegetables. So I have some ideas there. And the other thing I want to let you know is you may be freaking out right now, like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to teach a class. I don't know how to do a farm tour. You just got to start. If you wait to feel confident, that will never happen because confidence comes with that action. So I remember my first farm tour, like maybe my farm, I'd started it a month earlier. I brought my first cow home and one of my customers wanted to look around. And I was like, okay. And I didn't even strategize to use them as marketing back then. It was like, okay, I'll show them around. So I'm showing a couple around, a married couple, and my voice is shaking. And I was, all shaky, showing them around the dairy and the pastures, something that I'm so confident when I'm out farming. I was confident showing them around. But guess what? Each time I did it, it got easier and easier. And eventually my voice stopped shaking. And I'm very confident doing any sort of farm tour or class today. And even 10 years later, I can be on stage in front of 1,000 people and I'm totally confident. Doesn't mean fear creeps up. But when you learn to practice, start really small, just with 1 or 2 people, that confidence will come. Same with cheese classes. Now, I made all our own cheese. I didn't have a degree in cheese making or teaching cheese classes, but my customers kept saying, can you teach me how to make cheese? So since I usually made cheese on Saturday or Sunday, I would just invite a person over, like one person. I'd say, well, I'm making cheese on Sunday at 2:00. Why don't you just come to the house and we'll sit in the kitchen together and chat while we're making cheese? That was the advent of me teaching cheese classes that went on to make thousands of dollars per class. The beauty of that, what it morphed into by me just having one person over and getting good at it and confident at it, is I would teach cheese classes October through, say, February, and the downtime when we were less busy, and it helped with cash flow. Lack of cash flow is one of the main reasons farms go out of business, because we get all our money at once, whether it's a season of vegetables or 1 month of taking orders for grass-fed beef, or a season of pastured poultry. Or one of my marketing students, her flower season is 12 weeks long. She has 12 weeks to make all her sales for the year. Those classes and events can help so much balancing out that cash flow throughout the year. And that is a huge part of how we became profitable right around year 2 or 3, how we were able to build this dream farm life that we live, where we don't stress about money, or if accidents happen, we don't have to stress about that, because we have, money doesn't solve everything, but it really has helped us on the farm know that, oh, there's a sick cow. Great. I don't have to worry about the vet bill. I know it'll be covered. That's what having a profitable, sustainable farm can do for you. It can make that farm life so much less stressful and so much more enjoyable. So I just want to encourage you, get the free download, 3cowmarketing.com/events. Go through the checklist and dive in. It's never a bad time to plan your first farm tour, and it could truly be just one couple, like 2 people. Then you don't have to worry about being overwhelmed or worrying about parking or any of that, or if your voice is shaking. You can totally practice that on 2 people. Now, so then down the road, what you have to look forward to is we got to where we had a farm tour every month, and we limited it to 20 people, because we actually showed them the milking of the cow process. And any more than that would I couldn't have 100 people in the dairy parlor. It wouldn't fit in there, and it would overwhelm my little micro dairy cows. So we limited it to 20 people. They paid a good price for that, which accounted for the extra help I needed and the outhouse and things like that. It was an amazing experience for them. And guess what? They were immediately transformed into loyal paying customers that never questioned our price. So as time went on, I realized this farm tour strategy was part of our profitability. I want the same thing for you, and you can do it too. So get the download, listen to the podcast episode where I go into much more detail, and start planning your events. They don't have to just happen in the summer. They can definitely happen in the off season too, which is so helpful for that cash flow. All right, take care, you guys. I will see you very soon. And I am being booked up quickly to speak for next year. Maybe I'll come to a city near you. I am all over the country. So if so, I would love to meet you in person. Nothing more that I love than meeting all my students and farmers out there in person, those of you I've met online. So take care, and I will talk to you soon.